Okay. Follow me. Come on, goats. Come on, goats. Come on, goats. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 10 behind me. Come on, goats. Come on, goats. Come on, goats. Come on, goats. There you go. Whew. So you guys can see. Nobody. All right. Yeah, it is warm in here. Okay. You okay, buddy? Okay. Come on, kids. Okay. Move you a little bit. These kids are going to be very upset when I get that pallet moved. I got to check for eggs. It's an empty bucket, Daddy. Or brute. One more place I got to check. Come on, kids. Come on. It's only one egg, my dear. Just double checking we got 10 babies, and we do. And we got Sheba's eating her dinner. Oh, chickens where they don't belong. I gotta check for eggs in where Sheba is. But I gotta close this gate first. Okay. Come on, birds. There we go. All right. I'll be glad when I get this whole area finished. Seriously. Okay. Yeah. There's Sheba eating her dinner. Oh, I guess I got them all. Okay, I had checked earlier for eggs and I brought in quite a few. So I've only got one more from this area. And Rosie, go on, girl. I've got to go feed Honey and throw some corn down for these birds. Ooh. Watch your feet. No, Rosie, you're staying in, girl. You're in for the night. I know, I know. Hello, Rosie. Okay. There's the goats. Okay. Hopefully, couldn't tell where this thing was shooting at. So, come on, birds. Come on. Come on. Honey thinks she wants to be fed. I know. I know. So hi, Honey. Look out, look out, look out. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Okay, Honey, you're next. I know. You're a nice, patient girl. Okay, that's how much feed Honey gets. That's all she gets, once a day. There you go, sweetie. Okay, good girl. Whew. Okay, well that was a little bit different. Now, of course, if I was able to edit, if I had a better computer where I could use an editing program, then it would have been a little bit neater, a little bit slicker, you know, it could have been really cute. But this is real life. Don't look at my hair. I laid on it wrong, apparently. Anyway, this girl right here, isn't she so sweet? Yeah. My day was completely shot yesterday because I spent most of the morning chasing her. Yeah. This is the problem with my fence. In a heavy windstorm, and that's what we had. We had a few days of wind, heavy wind, and okay, Sheba, they got it. Okay. Yeah. I hear you. What? Is there a deer up there? That's okay. It's well enough away. Anyway, let me show you. This type of insulator, okay? You see, we have the opposing hooks. Different styles of fasteners, okay? For rods and T-posts and what have you. They even come in different colors. But if you just snap a wire or a cord in here, okay, you snap it on one side and up on the other side, okay, you think that's holding it? No. In a windstorm, it blows off. That's just a plastic connector. It's not food. Go find yourself some corn. All the birds came running because I dropped something on the ground. Ugh. Yeah. Anyway, so I had a section of the fence that was completely down. Also, a connection was broken. So the whole fence line on the other side of the barn here was not hot. I only had one small section here that was hot. Now, I thought that she'd gotten out once before. She didn't go very far, but she got out once before. And I thought she was getting out underneath the rope because she was sticking her head under it to do some grazing. And I didn't think that section between the small gate and the bigger gate, I didn't think was hot. So I fixed that, and I think I got that going hot. I didn't realize that there was a connection broken over here by the barn. So, obviously that's not where she was getting out at. Okay, first couple times she didn't go very far, so I figured that was it. Yesterday, she decided, when the goats left the area, she decided, I gotta go find some company. And she took off down to the neighbors. Now, she's done this before, and I've gone and I've gotten her. And, you know, she was saying her how-to-do's at the neighbor's horse, you know, and everything. It's almost too warm for this long sleeve tee. But anyway. And usually, you know, I go down there and say, honey, get home. And she'll hightail it home. Okay? She's been good about that. It's only happened a few times. And both times, you know, she was fine. She came home. Well, this time, oh no. She was totally ignoring me. She made me walk all the way to her with a rope halter, put the halter on her. And I walked halfway back. He's got a pasture between his fence line, which is not fully intact, and where his horses are. And so anyway, I walked halfway back, and she pulled away from me, and there ain't no way I can hold her, especially with bare hands, okay? She snapped away from me. Okay, well, there goes the training that Jacob did with her. Anyway, so I went back after her, and I messed with her with a rope. I only had short rope, so I couldn't do a full job on her. And came back. This time got all the way to the tree line where the fence was, and I saw Sheba go through this one area. I thought, okay, that must be where the break in the fence is. So I go ahead and I send Honey ahead. No, there was a piece of barbed wire. It was only one piece. Sheba was able to go under it, well, not Honey. So she saw the fence. She turned around and she ran back. Okay, third time's a charm, right? I started to take her, and she snapped away from me again. Phooey on it. I said, I'm not walking back and forth. My feet were getting cold. It was a frosty morning. I said, nope, we're not doing this. She realized that she could pull away from me. So I walked back and I got the truck. So, and I was supposed to be someplace in the morning. So I went and I got the truck, went over there. Of course, he had a new neighbor across the street that was parking his truck in this section, in the area that I had to pull through to get back to where Honey was. And so we had to wait. He had to go get him up and get him to move his truck. And he was nice about it and all. I went later in the day and I gave him some eggs for his trouble. And I said, and I apologized for having to get him up. He was good about it, you know. He was fine. But still. So I tied her. I had a longer lead rope that I grabbed with me, and of course a little bit of her grain. And I tied her. Okay, do not tie a horse to the handholds in a truck or a car, whatever. I put the front and the back windows down, and I tied the rope on the post, good and solid. Okay, the post is good and solid between the front and the back. Okay, and that's what I tied her to. And I let her with the truck tied to the truck. She couldn't pull away from that, you know. And I stuck her in the goat pasture until I could get the fence fixed. Well, that wasn't until the afternoon because, like I said, I had to be someplace in the morning. So after I got her connected with the person I was supposed to meet, and so, you know, my whole morning was pretty much shot with the meeting, between Honey and the meeting. So yesterday afternoon, I had to work on the fence. So figured out where she was getting out at, fixed the fence, tightened it up, came all the way up here, saw where the brakes were, fixed them. One of the handles broke, so I had to just completely get rid of the handles. No handles now. So the only way to shut off the fence is to unplug it. That particular charger does not have an on-off switch. Wish it did, but it doesn't. I have to unplug it to turn it off. So this is the deal. Fencing is an issue here, okay? Like I said, that tape that I use because it's visible, and I run it a long time. I only use one strand to keep Honey in, okay? I've given up on keeping the goats in other than their fenced-in pen. And any kind of wind, and that fence is getting whipped, okay? So I definitely need to get something better, especially if Dizzy's going to be here. I also would like to be able to divide this up and have a section on the other side of the creek where she can go grazing, because there's not enough grass in here, okay? Because we have a dirt area and we have the hill with some trees. Pasture's getting better, but it's not there yet, okay? I need to be able to get her off certain areas, you know, like rotational grazing. I need to be able to get her off of it so it can recover better. So that's what I want to do. Now, I had planned on having board fence along the driveway and coming down to the barn, okay? This whole section here, board fence. I don't have enough fence posts. I know that. I've got some. I think I've got like 10 maybe. That's not going to get me very far, but it's a start. You got to start somewhere. So I found a dealer for timeless fence posts, and not too far from me. And Mercy, what are you doing, girl? Remember Mercy? Yeah, she's a big girl now. She's an excellent mouser. Go on, She's rubbing on the tripod. And, excuse me, Angel. And of course, Angel's here too. Here you go. Go on, go get Mercy. So, anyway, like I said, I found a dealer. I'm going to call them tomorrow, see what I can do. The posts are expensive. They're more than a T-post. However, you don't have to use these connectors. Okay? These are garbage. And so it's supposed to be better. Greg Judy uses them. So if I can use, even if I only get one line, okay, that's a start. Down on the side, across the back, over here, you know, just straighten out the fence line, replace all the posts with all the rebar posts, take them all out, and any T-posts that I might have. I think I have one in the corner. I think I have the T-posts, regular metal T-posts in the corners. Okay, so I replace all those, get a real gate hung, and see where I can go from there. But I may have to just do it piecemeal, you know. Trying to convince my husband to pay for the projects behind me. They're not going to be cheap. I need a retaining wall because I need to cut this hill back. For the railroad ties alone, we're looking at over $900. That's just for the railroad ties. That's not anything else. So, putting in the retaining wall, putting in a pole barn so I can park my tractor out of the weather, and also have a place to store more hay. Okay? Also, get the barn finished. What I've done with reclaimed plywood and tarps and pallet wood, it's has been okay temporarily, but the tarps are getting all torn apart. Okay, they're not really being much of a wind block, and I really, 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 really would like to have that barn finished. So materials for the barn isn't going to be much. Materials for the pole barn isn't going to be much. It'll be right here in front of the cabin, between the stone stairs and the barn. Okay, that's the plan at this point. And another expensive part of this is gravel. I need to get that the crushed stone because it packs down really hard, and I need to put that on the floor inside the barn and underneath the pole barn and in the area between the hill where the retaining wall is going to be and the barn. Okay, because that gets a muddy mess, and I'm just trying to alleviate the mud. Okay, my husband does not like spending money, and this is taking money out of his 401k if we do this. But this is an investment, and this is stuff that needs to be done. So I'm looking at a couple of $1,000s, more than a couple, probably. If he can bring it in for under $5,000, I will be happy. I don't know about my husband. And I don't know if he is willing to put any money into fencing. And that's the way he is. He's afraid to spend money. He's always been that way. It took a lot of convincing for me to get him to buy this land. Just actually put the money out and buy it so we own it. And it took me even longer to convince him to pay off the cabin. Okay. And you add to the picture other issues with him, it's not easy. So anyway, I have all these projects I want to get done. I don't know what's going to happen. I'm praying that we can get it done, but it's not my decision. It's not my decision at all. So anyway, I just wanted to put that out there. Y'all can pray that he sees the light in what needs to be done here. This is the stuff that needs to be done. I need to set up a system, where a handling system for the goats, and the best place to do that would be between the retaining wall for that hillside and the barn. Okay, it's pass through that they are used to using every day, in and out. They go in and out freely. It's a really good area for setting up a handling system where I can set up my scale. I have a scale, I just haven't been able to set it up. And to set up for being able to trim their hooves easier, and just to be able to check them, and for if they need medication or treatment for anything. I got Maggie here that she's hard to catch, and she's had a couple sores on her. I managed to catch her one day, but it was work to try and catch her because she's very wily. I don't know why. Her mother was a sweetheart, but Maggie's just always been a bit standoffish. And oh, she'll come up to me if I'm on the other side of the fence. You know, that's fine. But she doesn't want me near her if I'm in the same fenced area as she's in. So the handling system needs to be done. It really does. And I'm pretty sure that I can piecemeal that together, not too expensively. So anyway, I know it's been a while since I put a video up. It's just been crazy, and I have other things I got to do too, and the weather hasn't been cooperating. I think it's going to be a wet month, so taking advantage of the sun right now. So I hope you enjoyed the goats, and just letting you know what's going on. There's a lot of behind the scenes things. I also had to cut firewood and get that in the house because we had cold snap. I think the cold's finally done. Think so for the year. So anyway, I got a couple more places I got to check for eggs, and I got to put the windows up in the truck because sometimes when the dew comes down, if the windows are open, it causes a problem with the electricals with the truck, and then we can't start it. So I got to make sure I close those windows. So this is Mom H with Honey Hollow Homestead. Enjoy the eclipse tomorrow. Talk to y'all later.